Hey guys, Jessica Beck here with IELTS Energy TV. Thanks for watching this video today. We are going to talk about a specific speaking skill called sentence stress. Why is this important? Well, of course it's for your pronunciation score, right? We always give you the advice that in order to increase your pronunciation score, you have to have natural intonation and rhythm. The rhythm is the sentence stress, you guys, okay? Now, as with a lot of pronunciation advice, there are not really specific rules to follow. It's not like grammar, right? There are specific rules to follow. So, in general, guys, we stress nouns, verbs, adjectives, maybe adverbs. We stress the words that carry the meaning. How this differs from person to person, why there's not a specific rule, is because it depends on your meaning, right? So depending on the message you want to convey, you might stress different words than other people, okay? So don't panic about being correct or incorrect, okay? Follow your instinct. The point is that you are trying to communicate a message, okay? Part of doing that is through sentence stress. So, when we stress a word, it is longer and louder. That means it is slower than the words around it. That is how we emphasize, okay? Remember, the stressed words are the ones that carry meaning. They are the important words in the sentence, okay? I'm going to give you some examples. One sentence that you can say in each part of the speaking test. Okay. Now, speaking part one, a sentence you could easily fit into your answers would be, my apartment is a tad claustrophobic. Okay, notice how I got slower there at the end because those last two words, those are the words I was stressing, those are the words I was emphasizing. My apartment, okay, my apartment is a tad claustrophobic, okay? A tad means a little bit, claustrophobic means too small. It's hard to breathe, hard to move in this small space, okay? So that's a really good example, good vocabulary. All right, a sentence you might say in speaking part two to describe a historical building in your city, okay? A sentence you could say is, this Victorian style abode was actually home to Mark Twain for a while, okay? So, of course, the most important words there are Mark Twain. If you don't know who he is, you should. He is a famous author from America. Old days. Okay. So notice that phrase I said slowly and loudly. Mark Twain. Guys, speaking fast is not a sign of fluency. We have to learn to strategically utilize the speed and the slowness to emphasize. This carries a message. This is communication. This raises your pronunciation score as well as your fluency and coherence score because you are communicating on a higher level than other students. All right, so keep that in mind. Those are our motivations, okay? So again, I said this Victorian style abode was actually home to Mark Twain for a while. So some vocab there. Abode. Abode just means home. Okay, great parallel expression there. All right, now a sentence you might be able to fit in speaking part three if asked about health or health care. You could say, healthcare should be accessible and gratis for all, regardless of socioeconomic circumstances. Okay, so you could hear that large chunks of that sentence were said more slowly. Now keep in mind, when we do communicate formal, higher level ideas, we often speak more slowly, okay? That is natural and that is totally fine and recommended to do on your speaking part 3 exam. So again, I said, healthcare should be accessible and gratis for all, regardless of socioeconomic circumstances. So the vocabulary there. Gratis is an awesome parallel expression for free, just free. Simple meaning, high-level word. Socioeconomic circumstances. You guys can figure out what that means, but it is a very high-level phrase to use in speaking part 3. So how do you practice this, you guys? Well, I recommend watching or listening to some sample part 1, part 2, part 3 answers from a native speaker. Lots on this channel. Listen and just mimic the way I or another native speaker says a sentence, focusing on that emphasis of sentence stress. Okay, so if you would like the complete strategies and system for increasing your next IELTS score, check out our course, The 3 Keys IELTS Success System. Go to allearsenglish.com/KEYS. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and continue your hard work. You can do it. All right, I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.